Hello guys, today we have a radio item for sale, and we'll be selling off some more of these items right now and the viewfinder here. I'm currently using my phone, so sorry if it's a little shaky. This is Twitch Radio 407 here, south side of Seattle. Today we have this high drive, low drive competition 2-pill with updated parts and components inside. I'm not going to get all into it, but transformers and everything has been upgraded to handle a good amount of wattage. It can be volted. You can run it off your regular 13.8 volt battery system, and it's good for 10 meter. And I don't advocate 11 meter anymore, being that I am a ham radio technician. I don't use any type of power like I used to, but I do use these on the 10 meter. This was able to do sideband, but this button right here has been deactivated. All it needs is a diode and a resistor, I believe. I don't have the schematic. The case is a Fat Boy case, I believe, and or is X-Force? It's one of the two. That was the main body component circuit board. I think it was Fat Boy, and the person I had gotten it from was into the AM amplitude modulation transmitter contesting, and he's won a lot with just this and a Wilson 5000 and a Cobra the 29, or just your average Cobra souped up on steroids. Right today we got the dosimeter, the Trekker one. It's pretty accurate. I put it on a bird. I compared it with the bird, and it's almost dead balls on. We have the Uniden Bearcat 980 sidebander. I will show you the wattage output for sideband and for AM modulation, and I will run it into a dummy load because I had to sell my other radio. I'm downsizing because I'm moving to upstate New York soon, and I will. This has a low, medium, high, and max setting, and I'll go through the different settings that I can, which you can only run it on low, which this would do the Magnum by Palomar here with this Uniden. That does about 7 to 8 watts a swing from a 2-watt dead key, 3-watt dead key, I believe. I'll show you the numbers and show you what it's doing with just this. And this will act like a dual final radio when I put it down on low, or no, more like a the FX75. Well, I guess they have the 85 out now. So this will on low will put out about a 25 to 30 watt dead key, I believe, and throw up to 100 watts out. Peak envelope power, PEP, by the way. And yeah, we'll figure it out here. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you the other equipment here. They have the FMJ 75 amp switching power supply. This is the connected to the custom made amp that 2-pill I'm selling there. Another one is just a 40 amp, which is connected to the Magnum by Palomar, or maybe it's the other way around. I'll look and update it if I have to. And that's just running the radio. I just like to have them separate. And the dummy load is underneath my porch, because we are in the backwoods here, and 40-50 miles south of Seattle. Mount Rainier's out that way, but tree cover kind of covers it up. But let's go ahead and turn this bad boy on. Oh, throw away the damn cigarette. See? And currently this has adjustable voltage. We're right at the little red tick right before the 15. That's 13.8, and I'm right between. I'm about 14 volt, and I'll show you. I'll let you know the amp draw and all that good stuff. So hold on. Let me switch over to the dummy load, and that way we're all legal. Okay, we're on the dummy load, and we are on AM 27205. This is on the 11 meter band. Like I said, if I had a 10 meter radio, I would show you that it works and get signal reports, but I'm not going to break the law. Don't want to lose my license just yet. Here we have the amp, and the fan does not work in it. I'll let you know that right off the bat, but that is a regular old fan for $7 you can get down at the store. And I did take it apart because I was kind of worried about it, and I found out that's my fan up there. When you volt this thing, the fan doesn't like it. So if you're gonna volt it out to 15 volts, which is what it's maxed out, what you can max it out at, I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, it's on. The radio's on. Oh, let me turn this off. There's on off. There's fine tuning, and that button doesn't do nothing. So just the radio. Let's give her a good old whistle. Let's turn it down to 20 here, and so that's 20 all the way across the top. There's 4 watts. About 11.5, 12 watts of swing on AM. So let's go ahead and turn this on. So that's on. This is an upright position. Pegs it out. Definitely over 20 watts. Carrier wise. Carrier about 26, 27. Yeah, because that's 200 all the way. That's 150, 40, 30, 25, 6, 7, 27, 28, somewhere in there. Let's give it a whistle. Ooh, gotta whip the whistle. So 120. 110 to 120. Somewhere in there. Ain't too bad. So yeah, that's what that's doing on just the amp. This little radio here feeding the amp. Now you guys who like the bigger radio equipment and stuff, we're gonna shut this off, and we're gonna turn this bad boy on. We got the power on right there. Turn it down to low. Let's see what it puts out. About the same carrier. Oh, no. Yeah, it's about the same carrier with the other amp. About 20. No, it's right down at 25. I forgot to look at amp wise what it's pulling, but I'll go back and look at that. Yeah, it's barely pulling anything right now. Excuse me. Audio. $50, $60, $70. So we're doing about 70, 75 watts. So yeah, just like the RFX 75 system. I could bump it up to medium. Let's see what medium does. Let's try to get it close to 100 watts because I know it can handle 100. So we're 45. Audio. About 120. 120, 110, right in there on medium. So we'll run it on a medium. We're doing a 45 dead watt key, or with this Magnum, and then we'll turn this on. Here, let's unkey that and see what she does. All right, now this is doing that the high power that we just talked about. We got this bad boy on. Let's see what it does dead key wise. Pegs it out after over 200. Let's go to 2,000 watt scale. 2,000 watts, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 watts, and so on, all the way to 2 grand. There's your kilowatt, half a kilowatt. You know, it defines a half kilowatt. So let's see. Dead key's about a little over 4. You can be the judge of that. I don't know, 410, 450, 15. I don't know, somewhere in there. Audio. Straight up just modulation. It doesn't really move. It goes up to 450. It's not volted at all. This is it's running about 14. Pretty dang close. So let's go ahead and turn it back on low and see if we get some swing. Alright, swing time, swing time. 30 watt, or no, 300 watts. Audio. Swings to about the same place. So I like to run it low, you know how that goes. Now let's go ahead and turn up the voltage a little bit on this. So we're right here, almost. Well, we might just be at the 15. No, that's 15 right there. So we're at the 15 now. I'm just gonna leave it. That's on low. That's on. Audio. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get about the same no matter what. Almost a half a kilowatt. But let me turn it back down to just 13.5. Audio. No, this is 12.8. 12.8. And this is the lowest you can run this unit at. I would recommend. And I'm getting good modulation. So sorry about the wiggling here. I'm trying to make my hand comfortable. And after talking for a couple of minutes here, not really warm. Nope, that's getting a little warm. I got a little fan underneath this window. Ow. But like I said, the fan in this can be replaced. Just remove 2 screws here, the same place on either side. Pop off the lid, splice into the wire that's already connected to the board, and you have to remove these screws here, and then you put it all back together with the bolts. And yeah, it's doing a little less than what I thought it would have done. And but I mean, for a little 2-pill for running an RFX 75. Oops, something's on my screen here. You know, that's not bad. And I'm trying to get about, you know, 80 bucks to 100 bucks out of it. And somebody wants it, go ahead and send me a private message through YouTube there. And I also have it on Craigslist in my local area here in the Seattle Buckley area. And I'll be glad to let you come by, test it out, whatever you want to do. But just showing you that it works. And I'm not really into ham radio anymore. I'm actually selling this one later down the road, but I have to make sure this is an older unit back from the 80s, so, and it belonged to a family member, and they did let me have it. I want to offer it back to them first. But yeah, good foot warmer, EDC, or not EDC, but something you can throw in the truck for, what is it, shit hit the fan kind of situation, I guess. And you really need to get that extra oomph. I don't know what you guys would use it for. I'm all ham radio mainly now. I use little HF rigs that are up like that little bad boy up there. And we're going to take a shot of Potter's whiskey and smoke us a cigarette and sit back and see if anybody wants this. If anything, this is kind of a review of the Magnum Palomar 2, which is a really good unit. By the way, this is a coarse fine tuning. That used to have the sideband on off. Fan doesn't work. The back, it has a remote plug-in, so you can run it through the car. I think I have a little unit. If you guys really want it, you can have it. It's the X-Force. You probably have to rewire it, switch the terminals around in there, and it should work. But yeah, and that little guy's just gonna go in my car along with my ham radio, because I still use lower sideband on there to talk to some of the locals. And eventually we're going to be selling the switching power supply, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about converting all solar, so if that happens, that will be gone, and I might just keep that as a battery tender, or one of the two. I don't know. Either way, Twitch Radio 407 here in Washington State, about 40 miles, 50 miles south of Seattle, there in the foothills of Buckley. Have a good day.